Ready for a ride into the heart of one of humanity's wildest ambitions? Picture this. You're staring at the globe in your living room, tracing the borders with your finger, and suddenly a thought explodes in your mind. What does it actually take to start a brand new country? The kind no one's heard of, the kind you get to invent, build, and maybe, just maybe, rule. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But hidden beneath the dreams and headlines, there exists a real-world blueprint, a sequence of steps so bold and fascinating, only the most audacious ever attempted. Today, let's pull back the curtain and explore the 5 essential things you need to start a country. Unravel the stories of those who tried and discover what makes or breaks the hope of a new nation. Let's kick off with the first thing on the list, and it's not negotiable. Land. Real, defined, physical territory. Forget cyberspace and fantasy maps. To have a country, you need a place to plant your flag. But the challenge is bigger than it sounds. The Earth, as you know, has been sliced up by borders for centuries. There's not much left that isn't spoken for. Major powers, small nations, even island chains, all have been claimed, mapped, governed. So where do you even start? Well, it turns out a few places, hidden, disputed, or simply ignored, have been left on the fringes of the world map. These are terra nullius, nobody's land, where the usual rules don't apply, and if you're daring enough, you might just grab a claim. The first of these is Bir Tawil, a sun-baked stretch of desert on the border between Egypt and Sudan. It's not exactly prime real estate, but here's the twist: neither Egypt nor Sudan wants it. Caught up in a border dispute over a more valuable territory, Bir Tawil was left untouched. In 2014, an adventurous farmer named Jeremiah Heaton trekked all the way to this remote patch and declared it the Kingdom of North Sudan, crowning his daughter as princess. His move lit up the headlines, but Bir Tawil remains stubbornly ungoverned. Other would-be rulers have tried staking digital claims, but as of now, this lonely corner of the world waits for its destiny. But Bir Tawil isn't alone. Marie Byrd Land in Antarctica, a staggering 1.6 million square kilometers, stands as the planet's largest chunk of unclaimed territory. Antarctica is a continent so remote, so punishing, and so sacred to global treaties that no one has dared claim it. The Antarctic Treaty locks out would-be country founders, reserving the continent for science and peace, not private empires or crackpot kingdoms. And then there's the curious story along the Danube River between Croatia and Serbia, a slender slice of green known as Liberland. Here, a quirk of border disagreements left tiny patches that neither country would acknowledge. In 2015, Czech politician Vít Jedlička boldly declared Liberland a free market libertarian state, and the idea quickly went viral. Thousands around the world clamored for citizenship, dreaming of a utopia by the riverbank. In reality, would-be Liberlanders face sharp resistance from Croatian border guards, and the micronation remains strictly symbolic, a testament to ambition as much as reality. Feeling stuck on land? Your next option is water. Believe it or not, people have tried making nations on the waves. Iron platforms, homemade islands, even floating cities. Take Sealand, perched off the coast of England. Once a World War II anti-aircraft fort, it was seized by Roy Bates in 1967, who proclaimed the Principality of Sealand and styled himself as its prince. With courts, sieges, and even storms, Sealand has survived half a century, stubbornly existing in legal limbo. Tours, titles of nobility, and even passports, Sealand has all the trappings of a nation, if only in spirit. Or consider the Republic of Rose Island near Italy. An engineer named Giorgio Rosa built his own platform, declared independence, and issued stamps. He even planned for a post office and a bustling restaurant, but the dream sank, quite literally, when Italian authorities dismantled the platform a year later. The lesson? Creativity is crucial, but the powers that be hold the ultimate veto. Once you've chosen your patch, be it land, sea, or remote island, what next? You'll need people. Not just vacationers or fly-by-night adventurers, but a real dedicated population. But here's where many will be surprised. You don't need millions. The Vatican, the world's smallest country, clocks in at about 800 residents. That's less than your average city block. More important than size is commitment. A tiny group of believers is all it takes to plant the seeds of nationhood. It's a reminder that when scriptwriters talk about founding nations, it's not crowds that matter, but the strength and spirit of the chosen few. After land and people, the third cornerstone is a constitution. You might imagine a thick, dusty book filled with legal jargon, but reality is different. Iceland's constitution is only about 4,000 words, roughly the length of this script. It shows that a constitution can be sharp, clear, and concise. What matters is simplicity and clarity. How will your country be governed? What rights and duties do citizens hold? Which checks and balances preserve freedom? This is where you define how your nation runs in practice. Will you have elections, royal appointments, or consensus-driven councils? Beyond structure, identity matters. A flag for unity, passports for travel, even a national anthem. These symbols stir pride, anchor tradition, and help your country stand tall, even if it's dwarfed by bigger neighbors. Flags, for instance, are more than decoration. They become rallying points, icons for change, emblems of history. Passports can be official or mock, but they grant your citizens recognition, a formal bridge to the wider world. Even an anthem can unite, weaving together diverse voices with a melody that echoes your purpose. Pause here. Imagine designing your flag. What colors, shapes, and signs will tell your nation's story? Picture your anthem ringing out on Founding Day, igniting hope in every heart. These details aren't just ceremonial, they're essential. The ways your country steps onto the world stage. But after land, people, constitution, and government, the fifth necessity looms largest: recognition. This is the last and highest hurdle. Without acceptance by other countries and global institutions, you may have citizens, systems, and symbols, but you'll remain invisible to the world. Recognition is tough. The United Nations stands as the gatekeeper, and getting your name added to the roster demands votes from the Security Council's 5 permanent members: China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. All of them must say yes, and history shows they rarely agree, especially on new countries. Diplomacy, political timing, and often pure luck play crucial roles. Look at Kosovo, Taiwan, and Palestine, places with their own governments, land, and often roaring economies. Yet world powers hesitate. Kosovo declared independence in 2008, but global acceptance remains patchy. Taiwan has everything a modern state should have, but China's influence keeps its recognition muted. Palestine, meanwhile, exists in a gray zone, partially accepted, but not fully brought into the fold. Flip to the success stories. Timor-Leste broke free from Indonesia after years of struggle, finally joining the UN in 2002. Montenegro emerged following Yugoslavia's breakup, earning a UN seat in 2006. South Sudan, after a brutal civil war, became the UN's newest member in 2011. These nations prove that it's possible, but never easy. Take the case of Somaliland in the Horn of Africa. They have a government, army, passports, even a currency. They act in many ways like a recognized country, but without global acknowledgement. Their status is always unofficial. It's not what you build, but who's willing to say yes that determines your fate. So what ties it all together? Founding a country isn't just about staking a claim or writing a catchy anthem. It's problem solving on the grandest scale. You need strategy, vision, and a healthy dash of imagination. Every step, identifying land, gathering people, crafting laws, building identity, seeking acceptance, requires not only ambition, but a deft touch with reality. Diplomacy, negotiation, creativity, and sometimes a bit of brinksmanship all play their part. Let's explore how the journey unfolds from the perspective of those who tried and those who still dream. Imagine stepping into Birtawil. The horizon shimmers, the air vibrates with possibility. Most see nothing, just sand and silence. But you see a new home, a blank canvas. The locals are gone, the land unclaimed. Here's your chance. Maybe you draw your borders, rally your first citizens, write a set of rules on the back of a napkin. You hoist a flag and declare your freedom. The media goes wild. Friends and supporters tweet in solidarity. For a brief moment, your new country circles the planet, but reality soon bites. Getting people to move in? Tough. Building infrastructure from scratch is expensive, risky, and slow. Some might call it naive. Others call it visionary. Officials from neighboring countries cast suspicious glances. International lawyers debate your legitimacy. Even if you hold out, nobody officially recognizes you. Just like that, the dream flickers. Or consider the fantasy of floating nations. Sealand stands as the metallic symbol of persistence, a kingdom forged from steel, settled by families, maintained by stubborn idealism. Yet, even after decades, it's never been officially accepted. Still, its passport has been seen in more countries than some small nations manage. Thousands of micronations list themselves online. Some claim parks, backyards, even digital territories in cyberspace. What do they all want? Mostly a sense of community, freedom to experiment, and a blank page to write a different story. Let's pause and imagine your own plan. You've found your land, or at least a plausible patch. You've gathered a handful of devoted citizens. You start writing your constitution, choosing governance, sketching a flag. You order custom stamps, forge an anthem, and prepare a slick website. You send emails to foreign ministries, hoping for recognition. The journey is filled with setbacks, doubts, clarifying moments. Some call your ideas crazy, others are inspired. Along the way, you realize something crucial. The process itself is transformative. Even if the world never officially accepts your creation, the act of imagining, planning, and reaching out shapes communities in powerful ways. Land, people, constitution, government, and the hardest one, recognition. That's the true challenge. But the adventure? It's all yours. Go make your nation. Who knows, maybe the next new country, your country, is just one brave choice away.